Well, Rob, a point well earned in the end.
Yeah, I think a point gained. I think it's. I don't think I've ever played a game against Stoke where you thought, where you haven't come off with a slight bit of a frustration, and I think chances were at a premium. And I mean, I was speaking to Asmir at the end of the game. I don't think either of us have a really adamant save to make of any great note. We took our chances, thankfully. I think we were a bit frustrated in how the game was panning out, and I think it was one of them games where if we'd have gone in front, I think it would have been a different story, where we could have then taken confidence and not so much chase the game and maybe drawn them out a bit more than, it was so tight in there. You got 8 midfielders and a couple of extra players in the space of about 15 yards. It was crazy at times. So, as you say, with 3 minutes to go, you'd have probably taken a point.
And it shows character, doesn't it, coming from behind, not once but twice.
Yeah, oh yeah. And you look at Stoke's games, and they're all been tight games. And you look at they managed to go to Man City last away game and win 1-0. So, they're not, when they go in front, they're no mugs. And I think it was a typical Premier League game where the opposition would nick a goal and then sit back and looked at you on a break. So which is what the Premier League's about, and it's the patience, and it's also putting in the effort and keeping the belief to keep going with with everything that's going on in the game, and having that in the overall picture in the end.
And do you feel the point was justified in the end, the last minute free kick?
Yeah, I think it was. I think the chances of the game were so few and far between that the good opportunities where you thought this is a real opening came to Stoke. And they missed a target, a couple of chances, and apart from that, I can't remember Asmir really, being tested massively, like saying, and so if a game's like that, then if one team get chances and miss them, then you're kind of thinking it's a draw will be a fair result. I think we'll be slightly frustrated with how the game went, and they'll be slightly frustrated with letting a goal in the last 5 minutes or last few minutes. So it's a bit on both sides, a little bit of frustration.
And there's been changes either side of the defence. You still need to get to know each other a little bit better?
I think people get to know the Premier League. I think people, as you say, get to know to play with each other. I think you've got people from all different walks of life professionally. You've got Maurizio coming from Italy, from playing for Chile, and then Colks, having been in the relegations, struggled last season, to Rio, having playing for Manchester United last season out there. And so and you look at the midfield as well. I think we've gone through about 6 midfielders in two games. So it's frustrating, and it's part and parcel of football. But hopefully, I think scoring the first goal is key, because then the pressure's off you and you can then dictate the game. And I think you look at the Sunderland game and the whole games, that was kind of the key point to the games as well. Whoever scores first makes it very difficult for the opposition.